Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, you guys know the drill. If you guys could please smash that like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you guys could leave a comment down below. I don't care what it is. It super helps the channel out. It is Thursday morning. It's bright and early. We're back in the shop. We have the Decal in here. I did have a few minutes to install the Oldsols dash overlay. So I will leave a link in the description, but I know it's kind of hard to see right now. We're inside, it's a little dark, but you can see the vinyl dash overlay from Oldsols. Got the Oldsols logo, and it is the new design. You can get these color matched to your vehicle. They come in all the factory colors, and I believe there's like a Spoon Sports theme. But like I said, shout out to Oldsols because they were able to color match to my paint code because I have Lamborghini lime green paint. So they were able to take one and actually match the paint code off of a Google image of a Lamborghini, and it is a lot brighter of a green than the Samba green because I was nervous that the Samba green was just going to look way too dark, and I'm super pumped that they were able to do that for me. So shout out to Oldsols. I'll leave a link in the description. So it went on really good. It was really good quality vinyl. The print was good quality. It fit perfect. The cut was perfect. It was really easy to install. It took me about 30 minutes total to remove the cluster, pop the cluster apart, install the dash overlay, which even though you stuck it down a little bit, you could still kind of lift and adjust pretty easy, and then clean the lens, put it all back together, put it in. And when I put it in, I went ahead and installed some red LED bulbs, which is much brighter. I was gonna go with green, but I thought it would just be kind of too much green, and I kind of like the way the red looks, so super pumped that I chose the red. At night it looks really good. The stereo lights up red as well, so at night everything just looks really good, really bright. I do got some red lettering on my shift knob, and I do have the green stitch on the shift boot and the e-brake boot, but super pumped. So like I said, shout out to Oldsols. I'll leave a link in the description, so if you guys got a Decal, head on over there. Super easy mod, super cheap. I believe it was only like $35. So I like mods like that just kind of improve the drivability of the car, because you could do as much things as you want to the outside of the car or under the hood, but when you're just driving, it is just super pleasing to have like shift knobs and cluster lights and stuff like that, just to improve the drivability of the vehicle when you're driving it. It's really pleasing. So we have the coupe inside. I did show you guys in the last update that we do got the rear canards installed. They look really good, but I don't think I had it on the ground in the last video, so you can see that it just drops the rear bumper down with the OEM rocker panels. Really good, looks really good. Super pumped on those. And of course the Type R replica lip, it's looking really good. So that's just tucked away in here. I gotta do an oil change on it soon, and we gotta get a new wideband sensor and get it back out there to get some tuning done. So we also have our 2017 Civic front bumper cover. This is Honda's new Sporty Blue. That's the name of the paint. Came out really good. Beautiful color. Booth performed well. Came out super clean. I think there's like maybe 2, maybe 3 nibs on this altogether. I might just do a light cut and polish on this top section where it butts up against the hood and get the 2 or 3 nibs. So super pumped. This customer is going to be coming in on Tuesday to drop off for about a half a day, so we'll get her bumper replaced. I also have the new fog light bezel, which comes in like a gloss black finish, so that will be popped on, as well as we have a replacement fog light. So I was gonna get it in tomorrow on Friday, but I installed a rear spoiler for her probably 2, maybe 3 years ago now, almost 3 years ago, and she was noticing that it seemed like it might be a little loose or something, so I told her to bring it back. So I told her Tuesday I'd have time to install the bumper and analyze the spoiler, so make sure that it is fully secure, and if we got to do any adjustments, we'll do so. So bumper came out really good. I've done some repair work for her on that vehicle before, so I got a really good color match, so I'm confident the bumper is going to match perfect. So super pumped on that. We also got Shawn'S EJ1 Civic. I'm a little bit further behind than I wanted to be at this point. I was actually kind of hoping and crossing my fingers that I'd have time to get it painted by last night and walk in this morning and just have it done, but I didn't quite get there. I fell behind the last couple days a little bit, so that's okay, no worries, because we didn't really have it scheduled to be picked up until tomorrow. So I told Shawn to come in. He's got Fridays off. He's gonna come in and I'll give him a hand to put like the fenders and hang the hood, put the latch in, put the rubber plugs, things like that back on after it's painted. So today we have to stay until this is painted. We do not get to go home until this is done. So as you can see, we have the core support much straighter. I don't know if you guys saw in the last video, but it was out of whack. It was completely shoved back about 1.5 inches. This side was about 2 to 2 3/4 back. So we were able to use the Porta Power ram and push it back out, pulled out like a tin can, a little bit of hammering and a little hammer and dolly work on the center section here. We still kind of have a little bit of a dent down there, but it's covered behind the bumper. You'll never see it. And we couldn't really do much about that. So unless we cut the core support off and weld in a new one, there's not really much we can do. But it does appear that the radiator will fit in there. And once the radiator's in, you'll never see any of that. And everything up here worked good. We were able to maintain the hood latch. It opened and closed really easily, and it lined up with the bumper well. So everything kind of went right back into place. By the time she's all painted up, you'll never know that it was ever hit. Currently, we have about half the engine bay prepped. You can kind of see where it's all gray. So the top of the core support and the right side of the engine bay and the right side of the firewall is all prepped. So we are going to continue forward this morning. Have about maybe 2 to 3 hours left of prepping, and I'll have the rest of this firewall and engine compartment in the front part of this car prepped and ready for paint. We'll get it blown off, get it in the booth. We're going to get it on jack stands. We're going to go ahead and take the nuts off the upper control arms and the struts, and we'll mask the top hats of the strut assemblies, and we'll get some holes blocked off. We'll get the car bagged. We'll get the wheels, everything taped off as we need, and we'll go ahead and get everything wiped down and get painting this afternoon. So in the spray booth, we have hanging on our rack here, I have the white bumper rebar that he had. It's a replacement bumper rebar. It's used, of course. So we got that all clean and prepped. We have his battery tray, which was in really rough shape. We treated it for rust. We prepped it, we got it clean, it's hanging. It's nothing you really see anyway, so as long as it's color matched red to the engine bay, it'll look great. But it does have some pretty porous pitting, but you'll never see it, so it's not a big deal. He did pick up some pretty good used OEM fenders, and I got the jams of those all prepped out, as you can see. So everything's looking pretty good. I had to do a little hammer dolly work here, so some of the paint is flaking off a little bit on this edge, but no big deal because it is going to be coming back at some point, and we'll be refinishing the exterior of the car. But the important thing now is to get the jams of everything painted Milano red so these fenders can be permanently mounted and never have to come off again. Same thing with the under hood. We did a little hammer and dolly work. He's got the custom Bezel hood that he did himself, so we did a little hammer and dolly work to bend the original flange that goes around the headlight flat, and we'll inject some seam sealer on there before we paint. We got the entire hood prepped out. Lots of little chips and scratches on this hood, so I had to do a lot of sanding. Every little spot was a chip and a scratch that you see. Had to do a little hammer and dolly work on the end of the corners. They were bent a little bit, so I made sure that they're in place, and we can get the underside of this hood color matched, and then later on we can of course strip the hood down on the top side and do the body work and refinish it with the rest of the car. So super pumped, pretty simple day, but it is going to be busy. I figured we'd spend the first part of the day getting this prepped out, getting it blown off, getting it masked inside the booth, and then by this afternoon we will be wiping it down and getting it in final paint and hopefully not be here any later than 4:30, which is when we close. So appreciate all you guys watching. If you guys haven't gotten a chance yet, please run over to the Cars and Coffee video. I believe it was 2 uploads ago. I just uploaded it, I believe, Monday. We had a Cars and Coffee on Sunday, so let me know what you guys think of that video. If you guys like that type of video where we're not in the shop and we're out doing something fun, we're kind of seeing other cars and driving, and you're seeing a lot more driving shots and stuff like that, a little more music and stuff. Let me know if you guys like that. We'll be doing some more of that, of course. Right now it is snowing again outside. It's been snowing all week, every morning, at least where I live, not necessarily at my shop, but it is snowing, so it's a little bit chilly, so I'm warming the shop up right now. So anyways, like this video, leave a comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Rah!
Ooh, like LeBron, though, or like Bonzo. Ooh, I'm a baller, yeah, shot caller, yeah. They love me, you can't touch me, nah, can't trust me. I'm too lucky. Look at me, look at you, what you see, what you do.